Hi, my name is Tim Brothers, and in this Girls Who Code video, I'm going to take you through the design of a maze game. And for this maze game, we're going to use the engineering design process. And what this is, it's a way that you can take something from an idea all the way to actually building it and seeing how it works. So in this process, it's a circle, and we're going to go around the circle. So the first thing we're going to do on the far side, you can see imagine. We're going to think about what we want to build. Second thing we're going to do is plan out what we're actually going to do. We're going to create it using Scratch. And then we're going to test it. We're going to play it. We're going to have our friends play it and see how it works. Then we're going to ask questions about how can we improve this, and then go through the process again. And this is the way a lot of the things that you see around the world have been created using a process similar to this. So what we're going to do today is build a maze game. And the credit to this maze game is down here at the bottom. Here's the original designer of it. And there's a Scratch character, and it'll go through the maze. And when it hits the walls, it will be blocked by the wall. So we're going to learn how to make solid objects in the code that when the character runs into the wall, he can't just walk through it. Here's the credit for walkthrough tutorial for this original maze game. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to think about the plan. How are we actually going to create our maze? What I want you to do is get a pen and paper and draw out a plan for your maze. And so the way I'm going to do mine, I'm going to start, and let's say here's our area. And we have our Scratch character. My Scratch character is going to start in the middle. So my sprite is going to start in the middle, my person. And so they're going to start in the middle of the board, and then we're going to have some type of a maze. Think about what you want your maze to be and jot it down with a pen and paper. I'm going to make mine a spiral. And so the character needs to walk through this spiral. And so I'm going to have them go, and they have to walk around in a circle. And when they get here, this is going to be the finish. Okay, so that's going to be my maze. And when they get to the finish, when they get to this finish line, when they make it to the end, I want to go up to a different screen. And I want to make a different screen at the very ending that is going to say something like finish. Yeah, something like that. Finish with some exclamation marks. Good job, something like that. So I want this to be a congratulations screen. So I want the maze to go away and the background to change to some type of a finish screen. So this is my plan. Go ahead and take a piece of paper and a pen. Figure out what your plan is going to be. What's your maze going to look like? Once we figure this out, we're going to actually put this into Scratch and build it. So take a minute to do that real quick. Once you're done sketching out your idea using a pencil and paper, we're going to go on to the next step, create. We're going to actually build it in Scratch using the paint tool. So open up Scratch and create a new background. I drew my spiral background in Sketch. The way you draw it is to use the paint tool. Click here to get the paint tool. I drew my spiral, then I put a big red arrow at the end to indicate which way the character is supposed to go. Here's the code that you're going to write for your specific sprite. So we start off, and when the green flag is clicked, we're going to change the background to the maze, and then we're going to set the sprite to an initial location at the starting point of the maze. Mine is -16.3. Yours might be different. Then I'm going to go into a forever loop. This is going to watch for the end. It's going to watch for the sprite to get to the end of the maze. If the sprite is touching the red color, remember I have this big red arrow indicating the end of my maze, then it's going to switch the background to the end screen. Now we need to move our sprite around. I have these 4 directional blocks of code. I want you to remember the directions. Y is up, X is going this way on the screen. So this is a negative X direction, and down is a negative Y direction. So if we look at this block of code to move left, we say if the left arrow is pressed, change Y by -10. That means the sprite is going to step this way. If the sprite is touching the purple, I made the edges of my maze purple. So make your walls all a single color so you can check to see if the sprite is touching your wall. If the sprite is touching the wall, then I move him back the other way. So the sprite was moving in the negative X direction, hit a wall, and he moves backwards by 10. We do the same thing for up, except it's positive Y direction. If it hits a wall, it's going to move the sprite down by -10. So do this for each one of the 4 directions. This way, your sprite will no longer be able to walk through walls. Now, to pick the color that's inside your if loops, click on it and then click this eyedropper tool. That way you can select the exact color of the wall. And when you select the exact color of the wall, now it will work every time. Here's another hint. Once you create one of these directions, you can duplicate that chunk of code and just change the values in it. So you can quickly make all 4 directions. Your turn. Here's the overall project that I created, and here is my Scratch project if you want to go and see it.